Blah, blah, blah. I'm always careful, even though these always start at the beginning. And I never know how to intro this until the whatchamacallit goes in. Hopefully it doesn't bug out like last time. I don't know what it was. It's a new computer, but in any case. Hello and welcome to the Wolf Tap. Just me and Drakus today, so far it seems. As you can see, right?
Tag Team Champions.
And yeah, I tried in vain. I was hoping the internet would save me again on this one to find Austin Aries as the Dos Equis guy, like the most interesting man in the world, or the greatest of all time, or whatever is the greatest man who ever lived. That is moniker. But that was NXT. Well, that will be NXT when I get to it, I should say. Sorry, I gotta let that think about it, and I gotta figure out this. I know next week is might be a little late, but I'll try my best to get on that. But that once again, but in any case, Raw opening with Triple H, basically lording himself over, saying that you all have authority figures in your life. You know, they tell you what to do, how to dress, etc. And while you all hate it, you do nothing. You know. Just like I'm gonna walk in at like 2 p.m. next week. Because you know your place, unlike Roman Reigns. He chose to challenge authority. Challenge me! And where did that get him? It got him sitting at home breathing through his mouth. Speaking of disrespect, here comes Dean Ambrose to say, hey, Roman's coming for you. And also to ask, who did you want to win that triple threat Fastlane? I'm curious. Better yet, who didn't you want to win? I'm curious. I'm like, that's a better question. Triple H says, all he knew is that you weren't a factor from the get-go, and maybe you are a little crazy. I thought it was an act to make people think how cool you are and everything. And Ambrose is like, maybe you don't think I'm a factor, or maybe it's because you don't want to get in the ring with me. So it leads up to Ambrose challenging Triple H directly for the gold. Roman does have the title shot. He's earned it. But it doesn't say whom has to be the champion. He's got the title shot, but it doesn't say, doesn't necessarily have to be against you. Triple H instead makes it Ambrose versus Del Rio in our main event with the league watching his back.
Woo.
Let's do this right away, though. Sasha Becky, who gonna be number one contender?
This match should have been longer.
Much like a match between Zayn and Joe, it results in a draw with all 4 shoulders touching the mat at the 3 count. Triple threat? No. Not yet. Bray with the Far Cry 3 Insanity reference, saying, maybe I am insane, or maybe my mind is the key to saving the entire world. Join me, I'll grant you paradise. Defy me and you'll end up like the rest. I'm like, okay. Was that leading towards something? Little did I know, but we'll get to that. Whew. I feel like, I'm just going through this because next week. Actually, you've been talking about it because I was like still before. Well, we'll see. Ziggler and Miz having a match due to the latter interrupting Miz on the pre-show. And Ziggler runs him down verbally saying, your big Mania moment was 5 years ago. WrestleMania 27, as Drakus beforehand pointed out, because he saw that earlier with like the big moment with like the blow up letters and all that. I thought that was
awesome.
That was such an amazing thing too, because it was like all his stuff like he's started from the bottom, now he's here, basically.
And
like,
he's
all that shit.
Apparently not a babyface during the whole of it because he's a prick.
Oh yeah,
he's the best.
It was the best of times. But he's like, your big Mania moment was like years ago, and what you've done lately deserved that marquee spot this year. You don't deserve to fight for the Intercontinental title, and you don't deserve to be a WWE superstar. So Ziggler running at the Miz, countered sending Miz into the turnbuckle, and Miz rolls him up to win. Wow.
Apparently they're leading up to Miz being having a good showing at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Which would probably just be another multi-man for the IC title.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I guess we're still doing this also from last week, because, damn it, Stephanie McMahon wants her acceptance pitch, and she's going to get it. And crowd, rightfully so, starts shitting on her, like saying they want Shane. So do I, personally.
Yeah. It was the best promo I've ever seen her do, though.
Yeah, she turned it around perfectly. Just like, she turned it around. Oh, you want Shane, the guy who blackballed me and my father? You people cheer that? What did Shane do? A multi-year vacay only for Shane to waltz in and demand to take over because of his family legacy? That's not supportment, that's abandonment.
No one cared.
He doesn't care about the family. The really sad thing, I love my brother, but I don't respect him. Y2A2. I'm starting to mirror that a little bit. It eats him alive that me and Triple H run this. You mentioned your sons, but you didn't mention my daughters at all. They're gonna have to fight them to get a chance to rule this company. One crazy rich person from another. You can see why I would get confused. Undertaker's gonna dismember you. And you're all just like shit entitled, thinking the world owes you till reality hits you in the face. Sooner or later, you bow to the authority, and you bow to the king, and you bow to the queen. So yeah, like we said, she turned it around.
Yeah.
I'm like,
okay. Well done, Steph.
Like, ding dong, Queen bitch is back. All right. Now you've earned that. Not really, but. Luchas versus Sheamus and Rusev of the League of Nations, continuing the Barrett Barrage farewell tour.
I really liked how a couple of weeks ago they put them all up on his shoulders. They're acting. I think out of all the kind of big tag team staples, they're currently the ones who look most like just proper friends and family doing it. But they're bad guys.
They're so united too. They're not like it's like a less vocal New Day.
Yeah.
We're all not from here. We're all looked down upon by you silly Americans.
The League of Booty.
Yeah, what's up with that New Day? Is that leading towards something? New Day and...
people are thinking it's going to be a fatal four-way for the tag match. So, like, Dudley's League, New Day, and Y2AJ.
Yeah.
Or it should be A2J. It should be A2J.
A2J?
Even though I'd like Social Outcast to have a chance and maybe win, because,
The Dark Horse. That'd be awesome.
They're my boys.
Or do, like, elimination where you get, like, a bunch of tag teams together. Like, one team gets pinned or something like that, and another team comes in.
What's it called? Like a championship scramble match or something?
It's like a gauntlet or something along those lines, but that's what I was thinking.
That'd be cool.
That could be good. Barrett continuing to pay dividends, taking Kalisto's onside. It leads to Rusev kicking Kalisto so hard his mask spins sideways. Just about. Damn.
Yeah.
League's starting to get over again. There's, they win this one, and emphatically Del Rio putting the exclamation point on Kalisto with that stomp of his.
I hate that stomp so much.
Because there's only so few people that can actively take it.
Oh no, it's just that they're holding themselves up for 10 seconds. They could just let go and dodge. And I don't like the fact that Kalisto's kind of being shat on as a champion.
Yeah. He's US champion, but what has he done with it lately?
I want to see a multi-man ladder match at Mania for the title.
Yeah. Natty with a Subway plug.
Yeah.
Someone said, the tweet of that got me back into it again. He goes out to at Mr. Brandon Stroud saying, Tyson Kidd's at home pissed off his wife picked up Subway for dinner instead of them Burger King chicken fries. For those who remember that one back.
What's a chicken fry?
It's just like a solid thing of chicken, but in a stick kind of.
Oh, okay, that sounds cool. I want to get some of them.
It's like a nugget in fry form, basically. They're good.
Okay, yeah, they sound cool.
One of the few things from Burger King I actually like.
Wrestling.
Meantime, Ryback goes against the radical mongoose of the Social Outcasts and beats the shit out of them. Damn.
Oh, it was... Well, wow. I kind of am glad because he was wearing those stupid trunks instead of the proper tights that you wear sometimes. But, boo. I mean, this is a good Ryback.
Yes.
He didn't say the feed me more when he was coming in. He just walked in.
Yeah, he's all business now.
I was really surprised by that. And then he basically beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, arrive, be a mongoose, leave. Ryback all business.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Meanie.
Hopefully it doesn't lead to the kind of... Well, I thought it was cute, honestly, but the Heyman Ryback thing, the
Yeah.
will you be a Paul Heyman guy? Save me from this crazy CM Punk. He's got the crazy eyes.
Oh, those crazy eyes are great. I can see, if they make this a feud, I can see this kind of going into the Andre the Giant Battle Royale with maybe like all of the Outcasts teaming up to get rid of Ryback, and then him pulling them out from under the ropes or something.
That could be the thing for him. That trophy. That could be like his first step to being like, hey, I'm Ryback. I'm main eventer now.
Can the internet stop hating me, please? I want to be like the Big Show. I can do knees. I can jump. I can fly.
Yeah, like I said, him and like I said last week, him and Luke Harper. If it was just them, that match probably would have gotten a lot better than the people who didn't really care about it at all.
Yeah, Luke Harper's so good.
Which it did. Most of that match was just those two. I'm like, if this was the whole match, I'd be like...
I like seeing Big Show do spears more now, though.
Because he just levels shit.
Yeah, they just look like proper painful just seeing him jump at you. God, imagine the Big Show doing a splash.
Oh.
Anyway, New Day.
Yeah, do you know why the New Day are the greatest? It's because we're a brotherhood, the greatest three-man team. And we'll fight anyone that says otherwise. We'll beat up your children. I want Kofi to start talking about fighting children again. I want that to come up on like NXT Kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Kofi Kingston just shows up.
What New Day are the big kind of arc villains of all of NXT Kids.
Yes. Just oh, what's going on here?
Is there children I need to beat up?
Biggie, show him what time it is. Be his uncle and his dad.
Well, Biggie wants to be a slumlord all the time, doesn't he? He mentions that like table for free and ride along. After he finishes wrestling, he wants to own an apartment complex and just walk around in a gown, being a slumlord.
That's weird. I can see that, weirdly enough. You don't pay your bills. Pay what you owe. We stack up against all the great partnerships. Sonic and Tails, Dre and Snoop, Edge and Christian. Well, by the way, we're on their show. No plug for you. It's like, oh, they're cool. We're not pretending to be friends. It's one for all and all for the New Day. And here's Y2AJ's foot in the door. Again, what was your name for him? A2J?
It wasn't mine, but I saw it on a few people on Twitter saying A2J for it because it just sounds better.
A2J. A2J. Something like Y2J. Y2AJ? Well, I guess you have to like combine the two.
Yeah, it's just shorter, so it's easier. It's like instead of going Y to AJ, it's A2J, A2J. Just easier to chant. And doesn't sound as dumb.
Jarrah Styles? Yeah, I was trying to think. Someone said just like Team Cool Dad or something.
Yeah, I'd like Team Cool Dad.
Team Cool Dad.
I want to see a team called Local Talent, to be honest. Just a proper, like, official staple called Local Talent. Kind of like how the Social Outcasts are, but in 20 years from now, you have Local Talent.
Or the Job Squad, but don't call them the Job Squad. It's just like, yes, basically. They were cool. Especially a fucking Flash Funk or Too Cold Scorpio. I think he came back with that name at the time.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I just realised the other thing. Fucking Woods and Kofi doing the bit with the cards. I got his number.
Yeah. I used to know that guy, but not anymore. He can't hang with us now. He's getting beat up by Biggie.
Oh, they're golden.
Kofi gets his Trouble in Paradise caught by Y2J all by himself, turns it into walls, and Kofi's got no choice but to tap out.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's our foot in the door. AJ says after the match, I may be the new guy, but doesn't that mean we're at the top of the list now? Jericho somehow continues to make matches for himself and say they want that shot next week.
And they get it. Will they win though?
Yeah, can they do it when the gold's on the line?
Yeah.
They've been champions for a while. I'm worried to see it go to
When did they win? Was it SummerSlam?
Oh, I don't remember. They've had it for a while.
I think it was SummerSlam because it was the Fatal 4-Way between them, Primetime Dragons, and Los Matadores.
Yeah.
And then Dudley Boys came out.
Sounds like seasons ago, yeah.
Oh, Primetime players. Oh, Los Matadores. So many dead tag teams.
That's why we gotta get stables over.
Yeah.
So we can have more tag teams. Vince, fearing Shane would stick him away to collect mothballs and spiderwebs, never to be utilized again, as Shane leads you people to a new era. But he says only fools believe in miracles. I'm gonna teach him a lesson he won't forget. I love him enough to put him in a match with an unnatural force. My instrument of destruction. I'm like, okay. Is he?
Well, technically, he is the higher power.
That's right.
Please don't bring that back up again as a plot point, WWE.
It's me, Austin.
We don't need that.
I guess Vince forgot Taker right now. You know, Taker only works for one man. Taker. Surly only works for Surly. He warns him. You know what happens when I close that cell door. The blood of your son will be on your hands, not mine. And then he leaves. I'm like, arrive. Say like 2 sentences and leave, but people cheer it because it's the fucking Undertaker. And then Vince goes on to say, after he takes a sip of water, after Taker like nearly breaks what's left of his neck at that point, because he's still like up there, he's like 60s. He's like, I renounce Shane as my son. He will now be known as a son of a bitch. I think Linda would have something to say about that. Words. Dudley's being hypocritical again, like on SmackDown, and Bubba gets the win over Jey Uso in singles competition after Jimmy eats a table that Devon holds up. It's like, they technically didn't use the tables, but they brought it out, and then like someone on Twitter was like, "You had that coming," because Jimmy just like leaps on a guy, and he's like, "Oh, it's like, oh god, there's a table, buy him."
I'd be interested in them like not having the tables how they usually use them, but like get one without the legs, and they just start whacking people with them like baseball bats.
Or get
just
like a
giant 2x4s.
Just run someone through with like a little coffee table, just bing. But that would still be using a table, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see them having this be a Roadblock and no longer a Mania.
Yeah, they're trying to get I don't know how long it'll last for like them. Like, hey, we got tables, but we're not gonna use them.
Maybe probably until they get the titles, if they get them.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see them not becoming 10 times.
I thought that was like the whole reason of them coming down here was to get that done.
Yeah. Same reason I can see Jericho becoming IC champ again.
But yeah, R-Truth telling Goldust finally he doesn't need help winning or losing, or we're not going to be a thing, period. And then Goldust leaves. It's like, okay, finally get the hint. Rematch from SmackDown. Owens from last week. Owens and Show, but this time Owens is the one that gets taken off that top turnbuckle, crotched on the ropes, and now he can't get back in the ring at a count of 10.
I'm kind of glad Vex isn't here because he'd get really mad just remembering that.
Yeah, I guess this one's gonna go to Mania or the new pay-per-view now. I guess I didn't know about it till like I didn't know about Roadblock till like after Raw ended. It was on my Twitter timeline, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, that's your cover for. I guess that's when they're doing a match. I'm like, oh, okay.
I like Big Show as a face. When he smiles, he looks happy.
But man, I said it on Twitter. I was imagining like Owens manages to get the pop-up powerbomb on the Big Show. That place is gonna go apeshit.
That's gonna be like at the end of the feud. That's what's gonna do it.
Yeah, that's your career-defining moment there.
That I can see that getting a similar to thing to how what's it called? Hogan when he slammed Andre.
Yeah.
Kind of similar sort of heights, but yeah.
They'll still give him stuff together because they're still put him over kind of as the guy that beat Cena his first WWE match.
And then did nothing with him.
So they're trying to figure a place for them to. He's your Intercontinental Champion. Vimanya. Lana's back to talk shit to Brie Bella, saying she's built and her husband's a big boys. You're skin and bones and your husband's an invalid goatman. Your marriage is doomed to fail. I'm like, damn.
Lana's great.
Lana's cold-blooded.
She's so good.
And Brie's like, if you actually get in the ring and wrestle, we'll talk again. Until then, I got nothing.
And then she references The Revenant.
Yeah, I didn't see that. It was like, back to your cave with your bear of a husband. I'm like, okay, maybe
there was loads of Oscar references and jokes during the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was kind of bad.
Sunday. They've always done that.
Yeah.
It's like, not everyone watched the Oscars. I actually did something else for Sundays. Maybe we don't reference that.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone breaking the story for the Fabulous Freebirds.
Woo!
Someone actually showed me they actually had a music video or something like that. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
They deserve it.
Like, wow.
Also, Naomi beat Brie.
Southern as hell.
Or it's Texas. I'm going to be surprised if JBL doesn't get put in.
Was he put
what
in
with
yet?
Texas and all? No, he's not in.
I think the APA are the ones inducting them.
APA are inducting the Freebirds, but
And Farouk's already in.
Yeah, I don't know if
They might do
JBL is in it himself because it is Texas, so it does kind of fit.
Maybe.
Also, I really like Naomi's new submission finish she's using.
Yeah.
The Slayomi, I think it's called.
Wow, really? Is that what?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's what I've heard. It's a better name than some of the other ones they've got.
Yeah, that's what happens here. She also does the sexiest looking Texas two-step I've ever seen. Mago.
Wow.
Yeah, Brie and Naomi. Wow. Again, I said that on Twitter. She's probably your most underrated diva you got.
Naomi's fantastic. Why she hasn't been given a proper shot.
Tamina does pretty good stuff too. She's one of the better. She's the meanest looking super kicks.
I think until Nia Jax comes up to the main roster, Tamina's kind of just seen as muscle. But I can see her and Nia putting on some good matches.
Yeah.
Just proper power diva matches because we haven't seen some of them in ages.
Yeah. Yeah, she busts out the submission and Brie taps off of Tamina helping Naomi try to roll up. Wow, that's pretty good. SmackDown, Sasha and Becky will get that second chance. Yeah. Determine who the number one contender is. Main event! Limping Ambrose along to the ring. WWE Creative _ish said it was a tribute to Reigns' main event push.
Oh, they can be brutal sometimes.
Oh, that's one of my favorite fucking what do they call them? Twitter handles?
Yeah.
Accounts?
Yeah, just Twitter accounts.
Yeah,
Twitterers. They're really good, but I think sometimes they can kind of push the mark a bit too far.
Yeah. They're still pretty good though.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have their push the envelope moments. Moms Against WWE. I think this is pretty good too. They're a little more into the pushing the envelope territory themselves. But man, he can take a beating and then brings one, and he'll actually sell better than Reigns too, so people will sympathize with him more. Maybe?
Well, I think if Del Rio was to work Ambrose's left arm at the end of the match, Ambrose would remember that it was his left arm and not his right one that got attacked.
That's what I mean. He's got the dude's savvy.
Yeah.
But dodges a running Del Rio and lunatic fringe on all four of them. Everybody's down. Behold the king. And then
again.
And then the
At least he wasn't in a leather jacket this time.
That's his thing, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't look out. Well, He looked really cool in the leather jacket. Now he's just kind of taking his suit off.
Yeah, he's like, but yeah, the League off the distraction jumps Dunne, leaving Triple H to tell him, like, you're never gonna beat the Authority. And he starts lording over. I'm getting close. He's like, you're never gonna beat me. And then Dunne just unloads on him to get the shots in before he inevitably takes the pedigree. Tells him, yeah, you want a title shot? You're on. So he's off. And Dunne somehow gets a mic. And he's laying down. He's like, hey, Hunter. Thanks. Triple H takes this as defiance and beats on him like he did Reigns 2 weeks ago. The poor Byron Saxton gets a little bit too.
They're really. I don't understand how they're trying to make Kevin Owens and Triple H heels. Kevin Owens tries to attack Michael Cole, and Triple H attacks Byron. They're the perfect faces. They're great. No one likes Byron. Sorry, Byron. No one likes you.
That's what I said about when fucking Brock Lesnar went nuts on Michael Cole and took him off for what you call it. It's like, you couldn't have painted him as a whiter baby face. You slathered him with mayonnaise. But that was Raw. It wasn't not the holy shit moment that was last week. But I guess that's coming for the upcoming pay-per-view, because I found out like on Tuesday it's like, oh hey, Roadblock. I'm like, oh, when's this? Is that like after? Is that like the new one for after me? I'm like, oh, March 16th, I think.
12th.
12th. Sorry, that's next Saturday. I'm not sure what time, but they'll probably let me know by then. On Monday or something like that. Like, check your blah 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 and all that stuff. And usually we do like other things.
Like Vex is here for TNA.
Vex is here for TNA.
I think with not what Maryland and Vex talk about, I think it's NXT.
Yeah, what was
NXT?
I'm trying to remember TNA.
Oh yeah, I don't watch TNA.
I think that was like Kurt Angle's last match with Drew Galloway. Like that was his big send off. I think that's all I remember. But that was like the big thing for them. And then we got into why Rockstar Spud? Why? I'm pretty sure why I told you last week. And I guess they're having a No Holds Barred pay-per-view or something like that, like him and EC3 again. I forget for what though. I forget what the step was. Again, it's probably was like Tuesday. And again, I only see it on like the YouTube thing, so my views on it are spotty at best. Not even write it down, so it's like even more spotty. But yeah, NXT showing more dominance of the new, more villainish vaudevillains against the team of Hugo Knox, who looks like if Tyson Kidd fused with Jesse Goddard's with them purple polka dot tights, and Tucker Knight, who looks like a very heavy set. He looks like Bo Dallas got bullfit.
It looks like Bull Dempsey.
Yeah, Bo Dallas got bullfit. Because he had like more, like the longer hair than. But Whirling Dervish and down they go.
Yeah, nice to see the vaudevillains being more villainish.
Oh yeah.
And manly.
Dash and Dawson are apparently called the Revival now?
Yeah, it's meant to be like a revival of the old school. No flips, just fists.
Okay.
They're just old school revival. We're going to beat you up.
Like I said, I liken them to the Enforcers.
Yeah, I just love
Arn
Dawson's
Anderson and
chops.
Zbyszko. They would just beat the fuck out of you.
Dawson's chops are so good.
One of them's got their arm in a sling, so I guess it's a little more than...
Yeah, that was the... What's it called? The whole car park attack, wasn't it?
Was it? So he got...
Oh, yeah.
So he took it away from him, too.
Yeah, because when they jumped Enzo and then Cass came to save, I think it was like Cass hurt them. They're the
Well, you put his arm in a sling, he's going to retaliate. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at that like, no way he's getting away with that one, you.
Yeah, but we...
Gotta put your hand in a car door or something like that. Like the Enforcers, again.
Yeah, we got the news more about Roadblock, though.
Yeah.
Dash and Dawson versus Enzo and Cass for the titles.
For the belts. And that's where on Twitter they confirmed Hunter Ambrose for that.
Yeah.
Emma against the new girl that put on a bit of a fight against Asuka, Santana Garrett.
People were really into her.
Yeah.
Because, like, she hasn't got a contract with them or anything. She's still freelance, but people were really into her.
Well, she puts on another good effort, but ultimately loses via submission to the Emma lock.
That looks brutal.
Regal with Nia Jackson, Eva Marie, they're putting themselves over as like superstars, and Regal's like, okay, yeah, you're right. And Eva's like, yeah, we are big superstars, and I'm like, well, big stars like them should have a big match. So, I think, what was it? Next week they're doing this.
Yeah, next week
Bayley
we
and
have
Asuka. I'm like, holy shit.
Bayley and Asuka, and then I think the week after. No, I think next week it's Joe and Zayn.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 falls, and then the week after that it's Bayley Asuka versus.
Oh, okay. So that's your main event then, for 2 weeks down the road.
That'll be good.
And then to the ring, introducing
Austin.
Yeah, Regal was like telling them backstage, and I was like, now if you excuse me, I have to introduce what you see on the stream feed, the greatest man who ever lived. Again, I tried to find out real quick him sitting next to a Dos Equis or something like that. I thought that, again, the internet would help me out with that, but he barely gets a word out because fucking shitting in the punch bowl, Baron Corbin decides to jump him and end his days right in the floor screaming at Regal, eye for an eye.
I really like this segment. It's good. Corbin's so much better than he was.
So Corbin's like white hot heat right now.
Yeah, because I think he's finally got to the point where people just they don't want him to leave. He can't wrestle, but it's like he's a good heel.
Yes.
And God, he's a dick.
That's gonna give him some bit of longevity.
Yeah, and it's good to see that they're putting Aries straight into a proper because Corbin's one of the top NXT people.
Yeah.
So he's already in a pretty high profile program. Which should be good.
So we're going to get to see what Austin Aries is capable of if you haven't seen already on TNA. But I remember a lot of the stuff he was in was pretty good. Because he was very early on Paparazzi Productions, where he had the weird facial features, the weird porn stash or something like that. It was like a porn beard all around or something like that. And he was wearing all furry shit. The fuzzy hats and everything. And then he became this kind of TNA's version of CM Punk, kind of. He started calling himself I'm the greatest ever. The greatest man who ever lived. And then he was in teams with I actually like that team, that last one they had before Beer Money, the Dirty Heels with Bobby Roode. I thought they looked amazing together. Steve Cutler, the latest victim of the Drifter.
Yeah. They need to give him more proper matches. He's still
doing the swinging neck breaker or something like that. I think they're sticking with that.
Yeah, I see a lot of people not liking it. I really like that neck breaker. Just because the first time we saw it, it was so fast that I kind of missed it, and I had to kind of repeat. I think if they could get that, it's just
they build on it and it'll look good.
It's just the rest of it. He just used a lot of knees and leg drops. He's just kind of boring.
Just gotta work more in rings, or put him in against somebody who will actually test him.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna get that soon with Takeover Dallas because I was stupid and looked at the card.
Oh.
Which, if you want to hear, I can drop the sick deets.
No, we don't want to spoil anything
for the lovely viewers at home.
Yes, even though you can see that on your own risk. Basically, we don't want to throw that out here. That's not what this is. This is just us covering what we've seen and know here, or that's what already broke or whatever. It's oh, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mojo Rawley, glad he lost to the Vaudevillain, saying we haven't been taking anybody seriously. We haven't been focused. We're maybe a little too hype. No. Mojo's the Vaudevillains don't want to say anything. We beat them. Well, how about we beat them so bad so they can't? And then they leave, and then, careful what you say, because the villains were listening.
If we don't get a vision, sorry,
being super creeper about it. They're
If we don't get a vignette with the Vaudevillains tying up Mojo Rawley to a train track, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Oh my god, yeah. It's like,
just like Aiden English in a top hat and like the big long coat.
He's already got the coat. He's just missing the other thing.
Oh yeah, he's got that lovely coat.
He's got the
hasn't
coat.
he?
Gotcha's the stash.
Yeah. Oh, they're perfect.
It's like they just unfused basically into like two different people.
I really like the Vaudevillains.
Oh, they look great.
I can imagine the New Day would rip them apart in promos, so that'd be really fun.
20-minute main event Neville Baylor.
Was so good.
Showing me why Neville was NXT champ for a very long time, but he's on the main roster now, and so as great as he looked, he's not going over the NXT champion.
Yeah, it was kind of like we knew what was going to happen, but man, it was good. There was a lot of close falls. I thought
the journey, not the destination.
Yeah, definitely.
Basically. And that's what this was. I was like, yeah.
Especially that kind of last moment, what with the going to the Red Arrow, then the coup de grace, then the Red Arrow attempts, and then the Bloody Sunday for the victory.
Yeah, it added a little stank on that after the stop.
Yeah, it was nice showing that he's getting a bit more kind of not really brutal, but finishing the job.
Yeah, well, he's gonna need it for whoever wins that 2 out of 3 next week.
Yeah,
which is probably the main event for that. But usually have a lot to cover before we get to SmackDown, but still haven't seen I can't get Maryland. I think he changed his Twitter again.
Yeah, unless he changed it to just straight up Maryland Wolves.
That's what I tried to do, but no, I don't think so.
I'll see if he's online on Discord and ask him.
Okay.
But if you want to just go to SmackDown straight up.
Yeah. I'll just go in and he'll come back if he can.
Just go check into the hotel.
Well, since Rock's baby left him. SmackDown opening with a still limping Dean Ambrose. I'm like, yeah, see, he's not like
selling it properly.
Yeah, he's not like big tough babyface guy. Like he at least sells some damage or something like that. Like
he's not a Superman. He's a blue collar hero.
Yeah,
it's great.
Cena would walk out and be like, so. And which, of course, the crowd would look at that and be like, so?
Yeah.
See, like I said, he's relatable. I know Vex has a problem with the guy, but I actually kind of want him to win so we get that fucking Ambrose Reigns at Mania.
I think
kind of want that.
If that was to happen and he was to beat Triple H, though, you know that he'd still have to beat Lesnar, so maybe he'd beat Lesnar, but then due to the damage from that,
yeah.
Reigns would pick up the title.
Or Lesnar would or Lesnar's gonna jump in during and screw him over. He's like, oh, remember me, fucker? You ain't getting that title.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
That was
great.
the other thing idea I had. I'm like, oh yeah, I was thinking of it for a while. I'm like, what if he wins it? But I'm like, oh yeah, he did kind of challenge Lesnar. Aren't you? Forgot the beast in the room, so to speak.
Or would that make it a triple threat between Ambrose, Lesnar, and Reigns? Because that'd be again, wouldn't it?
Just bring that back again, and this time for the title.
And this time have Ambrose win.
This time I was like, yeah. Change your WrestleMania plans for the better again.
What with the whole, but I think because like with Ambrose being relatable with actually showing damage, we saw it in the Rumble as well.
Yeah.
Reigns getting kind of stretched out, and then just Kevin Owens limping to the ring just made Owens look more of a face than Reigns. Did I say Owens or Ambrose? I thought I said Ambrose instead of Owens there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Owens.
Yeah. Dean Ambrose saying, he says he doesn't, I kind of live life in the now. Sometimes it don't work out, and I don't really plan all that much. I'm like, oh, he answered my question too. Okay. So I was saying for like weeks, like, what was your plan? And I was like, I don't have one. And I'm like, all right, it's answering my question.
They're putting in more of a character as well. He's not just crazy Maggle. He's made of iron.
He's the Iron Man. It doesn't work out in the case of Lesnar. Sometimes my lack of planning. Sometimes it does, because I took a booting, but it ended up with me getting that shot at the title. I'm like, yeah, you didn't have to give you that title, but I guess you wanted to. Even though
I'm just picturing an iron match between him and Lesnar.
Oh, 60 minutes? Jesus. Who the fuck would... Ooh. Well, I guess only a lunatic fringe would go 60 minutes for Brock Lesnar. Holy shit.
And he's crazy, Maggle. He's a lunatic.
I'm like, who do you get in for Lesnar for 60 minutes? I don't know of anyone who go in for like 30.
5.
What was Reigns in there? He took for what? That was like less than 10.
Yeah.
Before he started getting thrown around all over the place. But yeah, mainly, I have the title and I could defend it against the guy who rightfully earned the shot, or I could get my revenge on Brock. That's also assuming Triple H won't invoke some rematch clause, which I'm sure he will. Because again, Ambrose is crazy like a fox. He's, I don't play him much, but he is kind of savvy, and it shows here because Owens comes out to rub it in his face that Dune's really badly hurt and really can't do anything to stop him. So he tries to jump him, and Dune just like rolls out of the way. And he's like, "Dude, I can see you on the screen."
I really like the whole thing of. I love the idea of out of every superstar in the roster, Ambrose is the only one that will just watch the screen and know what's happening.
Yeah, like I like that about him. They're bringing that back. They're making him ring awareness, the ring savviness again.
I like that.
Crazy like a fox in a way. It's like, yeah, but if you want to fight, come get one. And that ends up being the main event. Barrett Farewell Tour continues to the team of the Usos, this time getting beat up by Rusev and... Was it Rusev? I think it was Rusev and Sheamus this time.
Oh, yeah, it was Rusev and Sheamus, and I just learned something.
And then the Dudleys come out to put the exclamation point on them.
Apparently, Barrett has been cleared to wrestle from last week, and they just didn't let him wrestle or didn't book him to do it.
No.
So there's no wonder he wants to leave, or he's leaving. Which is kind of sad, because I love my Barrett barrage.
Yeah.
White Barrett.
We started getting super over again because of the JBL and Cole show with the bad news.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think I said it after the podcast, but what's it called? Royal Rumble 2014. Instead of Mysterio coming out at 30, we should just got some bad news. Would have been great.
Oh my god.
It would have been the best. He would have been so white hot hated. And then he could have won. Make him main event again. I need to stop getting sad about him.
It could have been a thing over Daniel Bryan too, because the breakout star of the Nexus as well. It could have been like it's like,
yeah.
Who's bad now? Who's the breakout star now?
I'd have loved to have seen a thing with like maybe, like we have an exodus of current new boys from NXT coming down, and then them feuding with Barrett, and that's like old Nexus versus new Nexus, or new Nexus.
The new. Oh yeah, fucking fun.
With your faith and your belt whippings and your crazy eyes.
Crazy. Like, dude's got some crazy fucking eyes, I'm telling you.
He's a lunatic, man.
I think I seen a Twitter on that. He's going to the Chicago.
Yeah, the Chicago Comic and Entertainment thing. Didn't know he wrote comic books.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a while. Ziggler gets his win back over Miz. Actually,
yeah.
He beats him on like nothing.
Then you have
Truth to apologize to Goldust, but he doesn't have anything of it. I'm like, yeah, good for you.
You stick to your guns. R-Truth's a bully.
Yeah. Goldust's like, I'm not a fool. You're just out here trying to mess at me, and then you're gonna shove food in my face. I'll beat you to that. And he just shoves food in his own face. He's like, it looks stupid now. Becky Sasha, who's the number one contender?
No one.
Nobody. That's why we can't have nice things.
We get nothing. Nothing.
Or do we? This is another really good match because Charlotte and Rick come out at the. Rick just gets in their way, and then Charlotte just shoves him from behind. It's like So they continue to rub it into Renee, interviewing them. And just like, what did either of them do? Come on, Renee. I thought you had the big scoop. And Renee's like, oh, I got a scoop. Your ass is going to WrestleMania, but both of them. What's your thoughts on that? Like,
Triple threat.
Triple threat. I'm like,
I wish I
wow.
could roll my ass like that.
I'm like, wow, Renee, damn. Yeah, Renee Young got the last word on that. I'm like, shit. Just like, oh, what's your thoughts on that, huh? Like,
I think that's the first time in ages or thing ever I've ever seen like a backstage interviewer get the last word.
Yeah, that was good.
Maybe Alex should get that and just get the one back on Dana Brooks.
Yeah, that guy, he's gonna snap one day. He keeps getting patted on the head. He's like, bitch, don't you fucking touch me.
Just pats the head. Kendo stick.
Kendo stick.
Ambulance. I'm a lunatic.
Ah! New Day wondering what about the miracle that somehow Team Y2 AJ got a title shot against the New Day. Kofi's like, miracles happen all the time. The sun, the moon, Jello. We can't explain these things. Biggie's like, yeah, it's actually water power. No, I can explain
them.
Nobody.
Oh, this was probably the highlight of the SmackDown for me.
You gotta listen to Cool Dad there. Wait, it's like Cool Dad, but Big is also the dad and the uncle too. I'm like, is it like two dads? Or maybe they're all dads because they'll all fight your children.
Would have been nice to see Jericho accompany AJ to the ring. Just kind of.
He was on a promotional tour for the WWE, is what the commentary said. So yeah, he's practically one on three.
That's why then.
Till the ref ejects him and Kofi gets decapitated by that top rope elbow.
I love that top rope elbow so much. It looks so good.
It's like, you're not gonna get him on. It's just like, I thought he would find a way to win because 3-on-1. I'm like, it's AJ Styles. He's been in Fortune. He's been in the Christian Coalition, Team Angle, whatever team.
Bullet Club.
Bullet Club, yeah. And holy shit, like this, like I wasn't really paying all of that close attention, but then there's like at Roadblock, Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Roadblock already looking a way better book than Mania. Like Mania had some.
Well, the thing with that, it was originally going to be Harper versus Lesnar, but Brock wanted Bray. Brock wanted Bray. Wow. Let Bray win. I know he's not going to, but let Bray win.
Oh my god! Could you imagine that shit?
Oh.
But yeah, Dean Owens' main event. Dean once again taking it all. Actually counters the senton, and Ambrose gets his win with a quick, dirty deeds. Then even Morrow sold it beautifully. He's like, "He found a way to win." He turned into JR for a second, like Stone Cold, and I'm like, "Yeah, that looked really good."
The best part of that match was Kevin Owens has found a new person to hate on SmackDown. Oh, Byron. Oh, baby Byron.
Isn't he suffered enough?
I mean, he gave Morrow some heat as well, but oh, baby Byron. Who's 32? He looks like 25.
Wow. Yeah. That guy's around my age. Yeah, man.
I have some quickfire superstars in main event. Quickfire. In Superstars, Neville beat Victor, who was accompanied by Connor. And Natalya defeated Summer Rae, ending her winning streak.
Oh, she got her win back.
Yeah. Summer Rae got a win streak of 2. She has more wins than Paige does this year.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
I think you said Paige was still in the doghouse or something again, though.
Apparently. This is what I can presume. But I don't know. I'm not... I wish I was. And then main event.
Yeah.
We have a 6-man tag. Paige, Natalya, and Brie versus Tamina, Naomi, and Summer. And Brie wins with the yes lock against Naomi. Brie is basically now female Daniel Bryan.
I have been saved. I now take on the mantle. I'm gonna go wrestle bears now.
That's what she's done. He's shaved the beard. She's just injected it into herself, or sewed it onto her eyebrows. I am the goat woman. And then we have a big meanie who I hate. Ryback. Social Outcasts come out, and he's like, they're going to make main event viral. And Ryback got the biggest fluke victory against the Radical Mongoose. Adam says Adam has there's the legends of JBL, but tonight's the legends with the Crimson Werewolf. Curtis says there's no nicknames, they need to be serious. Ryback's a meanie pants, and you have to go and fight him.
A meanie pants.
He said tough and mean, but I say meanie pants because Curtis is. Any wrestler who wears the kind of beanie hat, I just think looks like a baby. I thought Ryback looked like a massive baby with it.
He looked like a penis, is what he looked like. Because his head's already kind of misshapen, it's all pony up top a little bit. It looks really.
I've now just got King Kong Bundy in a swimming cap in my head. Oh, but yeah, Curtis says, "Don't let him get up. Just keep Ryback down." And then they all scream, "Yee!"
Yeah.
Well, Y-I is what this says, but I'm just picturing them all going, "Yee! Yee!" like the dinosaur. Yee.
Yee.
And then Ryback wins.
Just out of Bo Dallas going, Yee.
Ryback basically destroys Heath Slater. Takes longer than Adam Rose, but then hits him with a shell shock for the win.
And he just leaves again.
Yeah, then we have Ascension versus Lucha Dragons. We are the Ascension, and we will job.
Still job.
And then we have Stardust on his new home of main event in his current feud with Zack Ryder. And Stardust wins with the Queen's Crossbow. Oh, Stardust, what happened to you?
Oh.
I was watching flashbacks with Dash and Cody Rhodes against Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
You were so good.
Dashing.
And then he made you ugly.
That was good too, though.
Yeah. And now he's...
Like, you give him a look, he knocks it out of the park.
Every gimmick he's fantastic with. It's just... Stardust isn't... Well...
Stardust
I want to see Stardust.
I
want to see Stardust as a superhero. I'd love to see Stardust as like a dark anti-hero sort of thing. Maybe, I don't know.
I was hoping to see Stardust Hurricane at Mania, but Helms is over at TNA.
Yeah. Or they could have with the Royal Rumble they could have had the Stardust Goldust match. Even if it was pre-show, it would have been good.
Yeah.
But nah. You're gonna have Stardust versus Zack Ryder at WrestleMania. Access. You can even hiss the access. It's all perfect for him. Wrestling's fun.
Whoops. Pause that. I did what you call it. I think that covers it though, because again we were waiting for
Yeah.
Not sure what we're gonna. Like I said, it might be a little later next week. Just because I got to work coming in, so it'll be like.
Ooh.
2:15 p.m. But I think that covers it for the podcast. But before we leave, I gotta show off this fucking.
Oh god, that abomination.
I like the coffin surfboard. That looks cool, but what the fuck even?
Look at that tombstone surfboard.
Surf's Up 2? That would imply there was a Surf's Up 1?
There was a Surf's Up 1.
That? It's just surfing penguins?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, it was just off the success of Happy Feet, because I saw that and I was like,
I think
good.
so.
That was okay.
Oh god, I was in middle school when Happy Feet came out.
That was a while ago.
It came out in 2007, Surf's Up.
Wow. It was a while ago, yeah.
I'm now going to make me...
That got a sequel, too.
Yeah, Happy Feet got 2. Happy Feet 1 came out in 2006. I was 10 when that film came out. I'm so old. I'm so sorry, Renard.
Dracus Young Boys.
I was in middle school. Wow.
What was I doing in middle school?
A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far away, Renoa was doing maths homework.
Probably making funny voices.
Not much has changed.
Not much. No, not really. I just now have fancy software and can share my randomness to the world now at large. To anyone who's willing to put up with it. It's been the basis of my entire channel for about 3
Your career.
3 years, yeah. My 3-year career. But yeah, that's the. I wish I could blow up. I would just get that fucking Undertaker. John Cena. He looks like the prototype there. The fucking that hair, man. It's the prototype. Look at that shit.
I don't get what Paige is meant to be though.
A rejected Sonic character.
Yeah, probably much. I want to see Barrett as a penguin because he's one of the best actors they've got.
Oh my god.
Barrett or Becky, because Becky's actually got like a degree in acting.
Oh, Barrett would be great.
Barrett Barrage, penguin mode. Someone needs to overdub.
Where's our Beast Wars WWE? That's what we should be pushing for.
Gargoyle was WWE.
Aspinator no like John Cena.
Oh god.
Ooh, Aspinator gonna cheer for all the heels. I think I'm creating another canon.
I'm just overdubbing Megatron with Sheamus.
Smart Mark Waspinator.
Celtic Warrior Megatron.
Yes.